away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The big fella. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ready?
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
That's out wide for Palmer. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Mozzie Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And Lance going to throw. Olave over the middle. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 13 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ready.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Ritter. That one finds Hyatt. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. Hey, go steal. Hey, check mega. Set, go.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
At the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
Slide through. Ready?
Ritter to throw it. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Blue strike. Ready?
Ritter now. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
Set, ready.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he'd be targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On second down, it's Pollard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Oh, look at this play call. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Quick throw to Olave. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
Now Lance. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Ready.
They'll run with Pollard. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here we go.
Ball
Here
on
we
the
go.
32. It's 2nd and 2.
6. Mega. 7.
Ritter. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Let's go now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, green. Drill green. Hut, hut.
Ritter will set up to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Shoves him aside. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And Lance now to throw. He completes it to Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Second half begins with a run by Pollard. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And quickly they get to the line. On second down, here's Lance. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And the Cowboys.
Throwing now is Lance. And this one now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Drill 52. Zone red. Green down. White. White. Striker. 3-3. 43
Ritter, he wants to change the play here. A give to Barkley out of the gun. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Eagle blue. Field black.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Fury, yellow. Set.
Working from the gun, Ritter. And that's going to be incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing this second half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game, because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Well, they let McLaurin try and run. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. He was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Blaster, stay. Ready.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Escaping the pressure right. Hyatt there to grab it. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at 6-yard line. A lot of talk this week about, and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
97.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Ritter off the play fake. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
Red, yellow. Red, cycle. Ready, go.
Ritter back to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have got it back to within a score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Set.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And Pollard going to pick up a Cowboys 1st down as he gets this up past the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Set.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And that recovered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the... This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Here we go.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Pollard gets it off the option. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
Ready.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Jackrabbit. Jack.
Here's Pollard again. Shelling through the defense. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Let's go now.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 5.
10 cycles. Ready.
Here's Lance. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Running right, it's Pollard. And running with power here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on, set.
Now here's Pollard. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Giants are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Trouble, 38. Set.
On 2nd down, Sam.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On first down, Sapp. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
2nd and 6.
Here we go.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Blue, go. Slide blue. Blue strike.
Here's Ritter. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the 4th quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball. And he knew it right away.
Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left already.
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
They'll run on first down. Sapp. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 2nd down and 3. Ritter. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Ready up.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
6. Mega. Claws red. Ready.
Now Ritter. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Giants first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Ritter wants to throw it. That's complete to Palmer. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Ritter. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Black shot. Black Ultra. Striker. 3-3. 43 rail. Green jack.
Here's Ritter. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.